Welcome to the Know, I'm Mica.
I'm Ben.
Just last week, we finally learned the official date of the much-anticipated Red Dead Redemption 2, but unfortunately, we didn't get any actual new information about the game at the time.
Yeah, Rockstar's been crazy tight-lipped about the sequel that everyone's been waiting for since 2010,
Wow.
save for a couple of tiny trailers and a handful of screenshots.
However, one news outlet may have gotten their hands on some Rockstar documents, which potentially offer us a huge batch of leaks, including single-player and multiplayer information, the ability to play in first person, and even the addition of, surprise, surprise, Battle Royale to the game's Western setting.
I'll be right back. I need to go get some popcorn for
Right?
this. All right, these leaks come from the news outlet Trusted Reviews, which claims to have received development documents about Red Dead Redemption 2 back in August of 2017. They never ran any stories about them because at the time the documents were unsubstantiated and they had no way to verify if the contents were real or not.
It's the same thing we do here. Anonymous tips come in that we can't report because we've got no way to really corroborate them. And sometimes we get news we can't report on because it might hurt a source's career. And of course, once other rumors about the subject drop, we'll report on it because then we have a bit more to go on. So yeah, we're being purposefully vague right here, but that's generally how it works.
That's not going to quell my excitement, though.
No, not at all.
Anyways, Trusted Reviews now believes that thanks to some of Rockstar's newly released promotional material for Red Dead Redemption 2, they can finally give us some of the tidbits that they received last fall. And boy, is it way more details than anything we've gotten so far.
But wait, it is important to remember that none of this is 100% confirmed, so you shouldn't treat it as such. There's simply one outfit that feels they've got enough information to report on. And it's also possible that if these documents are real, they're early features that Rockstar was trying to work into the game, a game that has now been delayed more than once.
Okay, I will take my excitement, I will stuff it in a jar, I will tightly lip that jar until it explodes and sends glass everywhere. So in terms of scope, there's a chance that some of these things might not even make it into the game. Again, if this document is real. The reason that Trusted Reviews feels like they can release the information is because of screenshots that Rockstar just released on Red Dead Redemption 2 characters Arthur Morgan and Dutch Vanderland, both of which look remarkably similar to screenshots provided of the characters in Trusted Reviews documents.
Okay, so you're probably wondering at this point, what's in the documents? First up, they talk about some of the major details about the game's multiplayer. Specifically, it outlined a few modes we could expect to play in the game, like Revive and Survive, Money Grab, and Battle Royale.
Battle Royale?
Battle Royale!
All right. Revive and Survive is just what it sounds like. Two teams pitted against each other with limited amounts of time to revive your teammates before they're eliminated. And Money Grab is two teams fighting over centrally located loot that you'll have to get back to your base.
Of course, the big intriguing item here is the presence of a Battle Royale mode. Just about every single game is, and its mom is, adding Battle Royale or talking about Battle Royale, so it's not that much of a surprise to hear that mentioned in conjunction with Red Dead Redemption 2.
They're jumping on that Battle Royale train.
Yeah.
Plus, Grand Theft Auto Online has already added its own Battle Royale mode to cash in on the phenomenon. Trusted Reviews doesn't provide any details about how this mode will work in practice, but it's safe to say there will be some pretty big similarities to how the mode plays out in other games. Although it'll be interesting to see how Red Dead Redemption 2 plans on tackling the airdrop.
Hot air balloon.
Ooh, yeah, I like that one.
I like that one.
I like just like a bad guy with like a twirly mustache.
Exactly.
Like holding cash over outside of a balloon.
Rockstar, listen to this,
That's
man.
sweet.
But speaking of GTA Online, the documents provided some other tidbits that seem to borrow a lot of ideas from Rockstar's other cash cow, as many of us have anticipated. Only it sounds like there will be some pretty big upgrades from Rockstar's previous online efforts, like maybe some tricked out horses.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like that one too.
Trusted Reviews writes, the memo also states, much like GTA Online, players will be free to explore the open world, although it will supposedly provide more depth than Rockstar's previous online efforts. For example, NPCs will decorate storefronts with amenities and pack things away once night comes.
And then you break into their places at night because you're a cowboy.
Sounds just like, okay.
The Wild West.
Game.
Yeah. According to the report, you'll now own upgradable tents instead of apartments. And there are, of course, all the kinds of activities you can expect from a Red Dead Redemption Online title. Poker mini games, gold mining, fishing, herding, sleeping with whores. I don't know if that's there, I just added that. But there will also be challenges and tasks to complete, which will reward you with more loot and whores.
One can hope that everything you just said will be in the game.
Right?
Moving on to single player, the documents outline a bunch of stuff you probably expected for that mode. A world filled with NPCs, for instance, that operate various shops and who adhere to the game's day and night schedule. There's also mention of a slums market of sorts to find equipment at cheaper prices.
Or prostitutes? I don't know, I'm really
leave it up to
focused
you.
on this. In terms of traversing the world, you can use vehicles like minecarts, handcarts, and horse-drawn carriages. Plus, you'll be able to take fully explorable trains from one destination to another. So you can have fun and train adventures and talk to NPCs and ride the rails. Also, in between all that traversing, the solo mode will reportedly include activities like horsemanship, a fairly detailed fishing mode, and of course crafting. I really hope that I can spend 4 hours brushing my horse's mane.
So it's Minecraft with trains and whores.
Whores!
Cool. A lot of those details we could have guessed ourselves just from the first game and from trailers provided. However, the documents also include the mention that the entire game, including multiplayer, will be playable in first-person perspective, which would be a fairly huge change for the series. And on top of that, they also claim the story will have different cutscenes, dialogue, and mission outcomes dependent upon player choice and which characters you interact with throughout the game.
Oh, which is a little bit interesting when you consider that this game is a prequel, after all. With the events of Red Dead Redemption set in stone, there's only so much you can do to have different endings and shift the narrative.
So in all, we've got lots of new things to chew on, with some of the most interesting being just how livable Rockstar wants to make this world. The company tends to step that up with each game and every game, which is part of what's made their most recent entry with GTA Online something that most players have spent a ton of time in, and more importantly, a lot of money to be a part of.
Yeah, it certainly makes sense that Rockstar wants to scale this up in a way that not only surpasses what we've seen in GTA, but also doesn't step on its toes too much. And from the sound of it, those are two things that are both being achieved.
Which publisher Take-Two has already addressed. At an earnings call last fall, when asked about Red Dead Redemption 2's potential to harm the moneymaker of GTA Online, CEO Strauss Zelnick said, "The marketplace can be competitive, but it's rarely directly competitive title to title, whether that's a title that comes out under the Take-Two umbrella, or any of our competitors, or anything else for that matter."
He went on to say, "We're really looking forward to the release of Red Dead Redemption 2. We're really excited and enthusiastic, of course." He continued, "We don't think that has anything to do with how Grand Theft Auto 5 and Grand Theft Auto Online will perform."
Despite GTA Online making them literally hundreds of millions of dollars every year,
wow,
Take-Two felt that they under-monetized it.
What?
So you can probably expect to see maybe a little bit more out of Red Dead Redemption 2.
But either way, it sounds like there could be plenty to get lost in if all these documents can be taken at face value. For now, all we can do is wait for more information and hope that some of these features are the real deal, because right now they check off a lot on the wish list, still adding prostitutes to my wish list.
What do you guys think about these reported Red Dead Redemption 2 leaks? Which features would you be most excited about? Let us know in the comments.
And for future updates on some of the year's biggest titles, remember to like this video, and if you're new around here, subscribe to the know.
I'm gonna go through a lot of excitement jars with this game. Just
prostitutes.
But it's safe to say that there will be some pretty big similarities to how the game plays out in other games. Although I'll be interested
to how the mode plays out.
Oh, gotcha. But it's safe to say there will be some pretty big similarities to how the game plays out in other modes.
Other way around.
Wait, how the mode plays out in other modes. What is
games. How the mode